Hi guys, it's Dale with the insurance. Today we're talking about an article that's unfortunate, but many of us, especially us in kind of the northern hemisphere, those that get the crazy and wonky weather, whether it be sleet, hail, snow, this happens to us every now and again if you drive enough times, man. The title of the article is "What to Do After a Hit and Run," right? And and what I mean by this happens to us is like the tiny fender benders. I'm not really from a moral standpoint. I'm not talking about a true crash and you run away. That, I mean, we all know that that is illegal, and I'm hoping that none of our customers or people that are perusing this article, you're obviously interested in what may happen. And that enough shows that you care. And if there was significant damage, I would assume everyone within earshot of this article will do the quote unquote right thing, right? Which is make sure all parties are okay, and call the relevant authorities, right? And 911 if necessary, right? Now, if you find yourself in a situation where you have panicked and driven off, just understand that we're human beings, right? So first and foremost, don't be too hard on yourself. You still have the chance to do the right thing and call the authorities and your insurance company to let them know what has happened, and go from there. But obviously, not every situation is a huge crash, right? And there's specific questions that can be answered here. I just want to zero in on one specific instance in particular, because I think this happens a lot, and it actually has happened to me. We used to live on a very, very narrow road. I mean, or maybe I just wasn't experienced as a driver. I remember it being narrow, but driving down, and I'm trying to stay as kind of centered as possible on the road, and I just remember touching a rearview mirror, right? Just touching it. I thought it was a touch, but I obviously hit it. And I'm like, did something just happen? And I pull over to the side, and I and I get out of the car, and I like inspect all the vehicles on the side of the road that I thought I may have sideswiped a rearview mirror. And I saw one that it wasn't completely gone, but it looked like it had been touched by a car, by something very hard. So I didn't know who it was, so I wrote a note, left it on the car, and said, call me, right? And because we lived in the area, I could obviously follow up. Needless to say, the person called me. We got to handle the issue outside of contacting our insurance companies, and all was fine. And obviously, every situation won't be that way, right? But just keep in mind, it's very easy for our minds to go negative, right? And say, oh, that person may try to sue me or X, Y, and Z. But they were a very competent, very, very nice, understanding individual. And they were happy that I shared my information, and no increase in premium. Settled it outside of the insurance company, settled it between two responsible adults, and that was it, right? Which is a good thing. That being said, not every opportunity will be like that, right? So like if you do start to and you need to kind of swallow the pill of, if people are hurt, if there's real damage, then you need to get the police involved, perhaps an ambulance involved, and your insurance company involved, right? And that's just the fact of the matter. But that's why we have insurance, right? And that's why we don't drive under the influence. We're properly insured, et cetera, right? Then another question that I'll just highlight, and then I'll be done, I promise, is the idea of, am I covered for a hit and run, right? And there's coverage specifically for this. If you have liability only, then obviously you won't be covered, right? Unless you, unless you were at fault and you kind of raised your hand, and then obviously your insurance will kick in and the subsequent increase in premium. But if you have underinsured or uninsured motorist coverage, then it lands under that, which is basically an umbrella of full coverage, comprehensive insurance, and collision and comprehensive insurance. And then you would be covered underinsured, right? Or uninsured motorist coverage. So if you were the person who actually the victim of a hit and run, right? That's where your coverage will kick in. So if you are worried about that in your current situation, that's a coverage that you definitely want to make sure that you have. Okay? Sorry for the long vlog, but this is a good one. Very good article. A lot of good information in it. I know that most of us know about doing the right thing, but it's that gray area that this kind of hits on that I think is of good value. That gray area being those smaller accidents that may happen, right? That you are thinking, well, do I need to provide my information? Should I provide my information? Should I stop? Should I pull over? I'm in a rush, etc., etc. Those are the things where you need that little nudge to, hey, you know what? Things will be okay. This is why we have insurance. Let me go ahead and do the right thing. Leave my information, or call the proper authorities, or call my insurance company, etc., etc. Okay? Thanks for stopping by, guys. Chat next week. Bye. Hey, guys. Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content. And if you really liked it, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. We love hearing from you. We love hearing from our viewers. So be sure to leave a comment below with your thoughts on this video, and we'll see you in the next one.